Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Enderal. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you're chose to join me today, having a chat with Jaspar over here. He's having a teenage bout of rebellion, pretending as if he's finally found himself when everybody else has figured him out a long time ago. And he's just going, oh, I don't care anymore, which you could construe as him building a wall between him and the world. If he had anything to hide behind the wall, he's never cared. All the others, what do you mean? Let him tell us how he is. What do you mean?
Have you never wondered why I'm by myself? Loyalty, friendship, love, it's bullshit.
Yes.
We're born alone, we live alone, and we die alone. And I seem to be the only one who fucking sees it. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust.
I like this answer over here. I kind of want to say this, but yeah. Licia left you, not the other way around, which is sort of is just sort of showing what he causes. You know, everybody's different, of course, when in a situation like this, but I think this line is just sort of showing him how he feels when people act like he acts. And he just sort of tried to turn that around in a defensive manner, which is more than just building walls. Yeah, Licia left you.
We were on a mission in Golden Forest, and had just set up camp for the night. That was a couple of nights after we realized that we had different expectations, so to speak. I went to get firewood, and when I came back, there were half a dozen bandits in the camp. Licia was out cold. She was still alive. I saw it. She was alive, but I just ran. I just turned around and fucking ran.
Oh, so he lied to us. What did the bandits do to her?
I don't know. I never went back. Never.
Why?
Why? Because I never gave a shit about people, even if they were deluded enough to think otherwise. It's just like Adela said. My life revolves around one thing, and that is me. Jaspar. The navel of the fucking universe.
Then her death is on you.
It is. Thanks for reminding me. Do you think it was any different with us? I saw you and felt there'd be money in helping you. And if that Korak had offered me my life against yours, do you think I would even think twice? You think we're friends?
Nope.
Or whatever.
Nope.
But we aren't.
Yeah, it's good. It's good on the game that it allows us to have, well, good and bad. I don't know. The character is sort of, yeah, it's just sort of a teenager rebellion sort of thing. It's good that we have an option, but the option that we made before with him undercuts a little bit of what he's saying right now. And I did sort of outplay it just by talking, because I talk, of course, it's a Let's Play. And if you play this by yourself, you don't dwell on your decisions as much, or not necessarily regarding certain characters. And so this stuff can still have some impact, I suppose. But if it happened right after our last mission, actually, if his missions all happened one right after the other, I would feel this has so little impact. If you decide to not care for him, because he's pretty transparent. For a little bit from the beginning, but most of it is in hindsight at the beginning. It's tricky to see the characters, of course, throughout, like, immediately, unless they're just blatantly stereotypical, which he's not. because he presents himself as the we don't see that very often, for good reason, I should say, but we don't see he's like the lovable rogue slash Prince Charming, but then he reveals himself to just be shitty, really. And yeah, that's the reason why you don't see it very often, because it's just you don't. No, it's a shitty character. Not a shitty character in the writing perspective, I suppose. Definitely not. I think he's actually very nuanced in the writing perspective, but he's as a character, or rather as a person, is shitty. Yeah. Unfortunately, the game doesn't seem to want us to let us do anything with that. Let's see what this one is. I'm not an idiot, Jaspar. I know there's more between us. Right. Nonsense, you're drunk. Maybe we should part ways from now on. Yeah. All this has stopped being lucrative long ago, and you know it. You're still here because you believe in our mission. Actually, that's the one thing that I was sort of gonna ask. I don't think the game is gonna let us just sort of break the dialogue over here, although it would be where you'd expect it, but this game hasn't shown that is how it does dialogue trees, which is a very perfectly valid way of doing, and actually I sort of like it. Maybe not prefer it, but it's a valid way of doing RPG dialogue trees. Is just never have one branch that is too short or very much shorter. Always reward you no matter what your options is. And the game has sort of taught me that I can go with just really brusque and nasty lines. Especially with him, because he's just going to ramble on. Although Kalia does as well, I suppose. Not Lishari. What was her name? But yeah, she didn't ramble as much. Anyway, what I mean is... I wanted to sort of ask him why he cared so much about his sister. Because he cared for her, or not really for her, for the whole thing about her not being a vigilante, in such an irrational way. It was so, this breaks my view of the world, and it's just, and I really thought it was, underdeveloped, and I wish I could have presented a different perspective on the whole thing, but I was never given the chance. And I think it's just because of it's the story the developers wanted, because it happened before. As I said at the time, it had happened before with that painting lady that trapped murderer, killers, and rapists in paintings. And I had an option of either being like, yeah, murder is good, or no, murder is bad. Which is definitely not the dilemma when you're dealing with the vigilante. It's like coming up to Batman and, I'm gonna kill you, or I am just gonna be your Robin. Well, I guess Batman doesn't kill, or maybe I don't know. Anyway, doesn't matter. Let's go with this one. Maybe we should part ways from now on.
Not sure if that'll even be possible with all that's going on, but
that's a good point.
We should. Now, please, just go, okay? I need to get away from here. From this city, from these people, from everything.
Is that a spell? Or do I have somebody behind me? Nope. I heard sound behind me, but that's that. That one right there. As expected, Adila's death left wounds. Jaspar blames himself for never looking after her at the time, which is very unfitting for his character, I would say. Never mind the whole thing about Vigilante and Batman. At the same time, I heard the whole truth of his relationship with Lysia. We learned about her the first time when we were on top of that tower. A joint mission, their camp was raided by bandits. Jaspar, who went to get wood, ran away and left Lysia behind. At the end of our conversation, he teleported himself away, which is the first time a character does that, and was really weird.
The light fades away at the end of the day. Ta-dum-dum.
No, the other songs are better. I was looking at the playlist for the songs the other day, and I found that there's 3 songs that are sung by a different. So there's two singers that do the bulk of the soundtrack, and there's 3 songs in specific, and one of them is a very long one for like 5 or 6 minutes. And there's 3 of them in particular that are sang by one singer, and invariably it's the one that I'm like, oh, that's so pretty, because she has just the most amazing voice. Well, it definitely one of the most amazing voices. Maybe not. Let's not go with the most amazing voice. So where are we supposed to go? Proceed to Old Silthor. Oh, right. Found a letter. Oh, right. That's a side quest. Return to the temple quarters. Walk. Did you autosave when I opened this? I wonder what's gonna happen. Can I actually go? Sun Temple, that's the one. I should be able to go. Also, it's fixed. The soundtrack is fixed. Remember how I was saying last episode that I didn't know if the soundtrack was fixed and all that sort of stuff? I know for a fact that it was. Last episode I was going around off camera looking for the taverns, which... in a game where I have quest markers for everything, for things that I should normally know, having a quest that forces you to go all over the city into three different locations, and this is on an SSD. This is like the fastest you can get in terms of load times. Well, maybe a little bit faster here and there. There's some higher clocked CPUs that can get better loading times, but still, that was a quest that I was very happy to put away. Let's sleep.
Yes, it makes sense.
Does it? Oh, look at that pillow over there. It looks so good. I had a pillow that had a similar fabric, but not that painting. That it's not a very comfortable pillow. It's very raspy. I like fluffy pillows. They're the best pillows. Oh, we're back to the beginning. Did we ever come back here again? I thought I did. I thought I have to talk with Daddy. He has something important to tell me, and I'm also very tiny, and I can press F. So we came here. I mean, maybe we came here 3 times already, or I guess in the game twice, and then on the second time we came here, I reloaded to see what the beginning was and see some differences and all that. Hey. How's it going? We got fire over here. Is that normal? We got horses all over, doing all the same thing. I don't know what that is. Why they do that. What do we have over here? It's a doll and a book. Which means it's a book for kids. Unless it's a doll for adults, which could be. There's nothing wrong with adults having dolls. But it's always very literal. Maybe. There's Daddy. I have no idea who Daddy is supposed to be, by the way. I suppose I don't know. I wonder if it was a Pyrean. I think that might have been the reason why I came here. Why I reloaded from the beginning. He does look like he's just grimy and dirty, doesn't he? Can you look at me right now? What the heck is wrong with you?
Now look who's here. So, my child, I know you still didn't find it. You think you know what you're doing. But the truth is, you're still wandering through the mist, just like all the others.
Wandering through the mist. At least you're not talking about being at the bottom of the ocean or whatever.
Yes, that is what you believe. You know, it would be so easy to see the truth, to feel it, if you, for all your heroism, had not forgotten one thing. To listen.
Oh.
Come, let me show you what I mean.
I listen a lot. I talk a lot more, though. But I listen. Like, I'm not listening to my own voice right now. Well, I can hear it. Especially now that I have open back headphones. It's so great. I'm a little bit taller, ain't I? I don't know. It was kind of tricky to see his face. Do we still have leaks? You did away with the leaks? I can't believe it. Oh, that's so great. I think they remodeled this. This is a different level.
There we go.
There we go.
Sit down and
Yes.
let us listen to the silence.
And the body parts.
Okay, fine.
Right.
I get it. You
What?
know you have sinned, and that's why you're lying. But look, honey, I'm your husband, and I deserve the truth. Lying is a sin. You know that as well as I do.
Is
And
it?
you also know the position this puts me in.
What else do you want me to say? It's ours! Yours!
Mine? You make me unhappy. You know that. You make me very, very unhappy. Next time it's going to hurt. Whose child is it? Oh, Lord, is this what I get for my piety?
What piety?
All these years I sacrificed myself for this family. I toiled. I buried my dreams. And all of it because I wanted them to be happy. And now my own witch betrays me and carries another one's fruit in her belly. But no. As if that weren't enough, she denies me the truth. Me, her own husband.
Who punches her?
Just what am I supposed to do now, Lord? I beg you, tell me. What shall I do? Yes, of course, Lord. You are right.
Oh, he's
How could I
calling
be so blind?
on the phone or something.
The Creator has spoken to me, honey. A child born of sin is tainted. And this is why we will drown it. Yes, that's what we'll do. As soon as it's out, we'll put it in the trough.
That's not a very good way to
You're a
drown a kid.
monster. You're a goddamned monster.
Oh,
I beg your pardon.
she pronounced it properly
No,
and it wasn't written.
I think you just said something that would have made me really unhappy. But unfortunately, I didn't hear you loudly enough. So please, be so kind as to say it again.
What a piece of shit. Yes, I say that.
What? I can't hear you, darling. I can't hear you. So tell me, my child, how does it feel to be powerless? How does it feel having to watch and not being able to do anything?
I didn't watch any. Was I listening? I suppose it wasn't a dream. It was a dream, I should say. It's like watching a television thing. It's playing a video game. I couldn't help. I never could. Says my character.
No, but now you can't you?
Can I?
But there's no more time, silly. I have to go now, forever. It's been so long since I last ate, and I'm craving a slice of meat. Bloody, crisp meat. Goodbye.
Good riddance. I have no idea if he's my real father. Although I imagine yes, because of the everything is literal, never forget. Which probably means that these things are... Oh. So my train of thought right now is, which probably means that these things are flashbacks.
Hey, Saira, wake up.
Real flashbacks.
What's the matter?
And it means that he was my real father, and I had a very similar origin story to Kalia over here. Hi, Kalia. How's it going? It probably means that's how I killed them. I would imagine I killed him in particular, because I imagine he killed Mother. The whole, like, all of his patronizing dialogue, though, makes no sense. Listen and all that, it's just... Yeah. Yeah, those are probably flashbacks. They're fairly inconsequential, though. They don't explain who my parents were. They don't explain who my character is. And also because Kalia just told us their story, it's just more of connecting the dots than figuring something out. It's just sort of, oh, I have a similar story as well. And not for the first time. We've been hearing these stories, I think. Didn't we hear... What was that quest about? We have been seeing burning things since the beginning of the game, and I'm just... Anyway. Kalia, we need to save them. We need to light the beacon.
What? But we will. You found the black stones, Saira, and we'll use them to banish the high ones, no matter how hard this Quarak tries to stop us. But first of all, calm down a little.
I'm fine. What happened? Why are you here? I mean, hi.
Well, because I heard you screaming, I suppose? And both Sharim and the Archmagister were asking for you. Apparently they have a clue as to where to find this Numinos. You should go see them as soon as possible.
Fair enough. Where are they? At the beacon?
No, they're in the Chronicum. One more thing before you go, though.
Mm-hmm.
There's something I need to ask you. The mercenary. Sorry for asking, but how do you feel about him?
The mercenary? The mercenary. I can't say yet. Can I? Well, let's go with friend. I don't know. Is it Jarek or whatever? We're friends. Why do you ask?
I was just curious. Thanks for being honest with me. Anyway, we'll talk again later. Take it slow. You don't look too well.
I don't actually know who the mercenary is. Hey, Kylie, do you want to go on a date sometime? Oh, she couldn't hear me. Aw. Anyway, well, that's that. Let's go. Oh, we have quests. We have quests that don't get marked. Speak to Lexil Mirail and use Lam Rasharim. Not Rasharim. In the Chronicum. Now, how do I get to the Chronicum? That's a question. Oof. Are you still... Did you not untoggle that? Because you really should have untoggled that. We're not in the freezing steppes anymore. I think it's time for you to not be freezing anymore. Yeah, the Chronicum is around here somewhere. I don't know if... I thought... honestly thought it was just a big atrium outside. But, yeah, because that's the one we're going to right now. This one. And day is rising, which is great, because now we can see better. You can see better. I could have this. Not while I was talking, because I didn't have a thing. But in here I should have. Because it's just pressing 3, and it never goes away. The torch doesn't, which is, I love it. Taking care of torch durability is just such a chore. Hi.
Sounds to me as if we'd risk a lot for just a ghost of a chance. I'm not sure if this is wise.
No chance is better than 2. That's how the saying goes. You should talk to the Grandmaster. He called for you.
Did he now? How nice. Then I suppose I'll answer the holy call of duty. Walk blessed, Archmagister.
What was that saying? No chance is better than 2? That doesn't sound right. Oh, people teleporting.
Walk blessed.
Oh, hey.
Papa! Oh, Lijam. I don't know you.
There
Hi.
you are. Have you recovered?
Yeah, as good as it gets. Well, I mean, as well as I... Anyway, how's the situation?
I suppose as good as can be expected under our circumstances. The Truchessus and half our Arcanists to reinforce the gate sigil, which makes working on the beacon harder, of course. Furthermore, the nightmares have become worse, and more reports of the Red Madness are coming in. It's tragic. Truly tragic.
You would really drive the point home if I had had a friend succumb to it, but we only really saw it on those 2 dudes that... On that dude, specifically on that dude that we didn't even like in the first place. More cases of Red Madness?
Yes. Citizens are disappearing from the city, and our outposts are finding them in the wilderness, starving and delirious. And even worse, they are extremely violent. Take care if you're on the road.
Do you think the high ones are gaining power?
Oh yes, without any doubt. The war has made things far worse. It's almost as if the High Ones draw strength from the chaos. Or maybe it's a sign that the cleansing is approaching. I don't know.
I see. So what's the progress with the beacon? I've been told that you found a lead regarding the Numinos?
Well, let's say we have a lead to a place where we could find a lead. But let me start at the beginning. While you were sleeping, someone tried to break into the storehouse of the garrison. A starling named Kamai.
Why did he break into the storeroom?
Well, brace yourself. He said he was looking for Shadow Steel, because he's been working on a starship for 2 decades now. He wants to use it to find the forgotten homeland of his people.
The Forgotten Homeland?
Yes. Doesn't it ring a bell? The Star People believe that their ancestors were born in a forgotten place among the stars. A place without war or hunger, where everyone lives in perfect harmony. All the technology, all the machines that we owe to them were invented to help them get back to this place. A very nostalgic idea. It really is, but unfortunately, a lot of Star People have died in that quest. Their starships have crashed, or they simply disappeared. Up until now, no one has ever found the Star City. Kumai, however, claims that he can do it.
Well, I don't remember even seeing Star People, let alone... This is all news to me. How does this involve the Numinos?
Well, bear with me. At first, of course, we all considered him insane. He was begging and pleading and insisting that he was just an inch from finishing his ship, and that it really could get him to the Star City. Well, unlike the others, the Grand Master listened to him, and he ordered the scouts in Doomville to look for the cave where he claimed his workshop was. And you won't believe it, but they found out two things. First of all, the ship really does exist. And secondly, he says he used ancient Starling plans to construct the ship, which were handed down for generations in Anku, the Starling city on Nerim. We had a look at them. They look very similar to the plans we used to construct the beacon.
That doesn't sound nice. So in order to stop the cycle, we're gonna leave this planet? Similar. So you're implying that the ancient fathers of the Starlings, who apparently live in this Forgotten City, are also the ones who created the beacon?
Well, either that, or the ones who created the beacon also helped the ancient fathers build the Star City. There's no way to know for sure, but either way, what it does mean is that the ancient fathers must have known about the cycle, and therefore about the High Ones and the cleansing.
It could also mean that they're one and the same. And I think they could help us find out what the Numinos is.
Well, let's put it this way. If anybody knows, it's them, and it's definitely the best lead we have found so far. So, in other words, what that means is that we need to help this Kermai finish his ship, and that we will accompany him on his journey to the Star City. Just imagine if it works. A city in the stars that has lasted for millennia. It's unbelievable. Truly unbelievable.
Yes, it is. We're all gonna die. In other words, it's our goal to get the ship flying, to travel to the Star City, and find the Numinos with the help of its citizens.
You make it sound so easy.
No.
But in a nutshell, yes.
I
That's
make
what
it...
we need to do.
That's... Okay. Well, how do we proceed?
First, you should visit Kamai's workshop in the Powder Desert. The Grand Master and some Arcanists have already left. And, needless to say, be vigilant when outside the city. The Nerimese might not be careless enough to have their camp right in front of the gates, but they have established outposts all over Enderal, as you have undoubtedly already noticed.
I did.
You are familiar with teleport magic, aren't you? Mm-hmm. Here, take this scroll. It will transport you directly to the Powder Desert. I need to get back to my studies now. The more we learn about the beacon, the more fascinating it becomes.
That is really nice of him.
Oh, you're here? I thought you were in the city.
No, the Archmagister ordered me back. Feels good to be here, to be honest. But the funerals...
The funerals. You guys have time for that? Good for you. What was that one about the eggs that I failed? Did you see? The biggest egg hunt, something or other. Huh. There it is. Bring Kumai at the watchtower in front of 5 hammerbirds' eggs from... That's super weird. I wonder if I broke something there.
Every look.
Or I wonder if I did it already.
I still can't believe.
I don't know.
Really.
Anyway, we're out of time for the day, so let's go to the powder keg place in the next episode. For right now, I'm Criddle RPG, and this has been Enderal. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye-bye.
The Fabled Prodigy.